A very good morning, dear students. Welcome to e-learning classes of Sacred Hearts of the subject Business Studies. Dear students, previously we have started our chapter number 4, that was Business Services, and in the previous lecture we have discussed about the meaning of the service sector. Thereafter, the different characteristics of services such as intangible, lack of homogeneity, inventory, that is loss, non-transferability, or we can say it inseparability. Thereafter, the last feature was customers participation or involvement. Thereafter, we have discussed about the classification of services, or we can say it type of services. Then services were bifurcated into three parts: business services, social services, and personal services. Thereafter, we have started the various categories of the business services, in which we have started the very first, that is the banking service, in which we have discussed the meaning of bank. Thereafter, we have discussed the different types of accounts that can be opened in a commercial bank. So, there were different types of accounts such as saving deposit accounts, current deposit account that is meant for the businessman, a recurring deposit account which used to deposit a specific amount again and again till a time period. Thereafter, fixed deposit account also known as FD, and the multiple option deposit account. Thereafter, we have discussed some important services provided by the banks: overdraft, cash credit, short term credit, and so on. Next, we have discussed about the digital payment, or we can say it the functions of bank or the e-bank. Then we have discussed the benefits of e-banking to customers, such as the digital payment, for example the convenience, 24 into 7 services, financial discipline. Thereafter, we have discussed the benefits to the banks, such as the competitive advantage, unlimited network, and reduce the load on the branches. Dear students, today we are going to start the e-banking services, or we can say it as the different methods of digital payment. So let's get started. The very first is the debit card. Debit card is a particular card or the facility that is offered to the account holder to make a payment up to the amount that is available in the account of the particular account holder. Debit card, generally we used to say it in the very daily language, the ATM card, that is a debit card. Whatever the amount is there in your account, you can withdraw it by that. See further, generally the points of sale terminals are located which are electronically tied to the bank account computer. Generally we used to do the online payment in the shops or the shopping complexes. So it is saying that whatever the sale terminals are there, they are electronically tied or connected with the bank account computer. Now, as soon as the customer presents the debit card at the sale terminal or the point, automatically the money transfers from customer's account to the store's account. Debit card is a plastic card on which the validity is given, the name of the bank is mentioned, and the name of the account holder is also mentioned. Thereafter, the credit card is there. So credit card is just like a bank account without having a balance in it. So what is that? It is a particular card that enables the account holder or the card holder to facilitate the have the facility of overdraft up to a specific limit, and that specific limit is dependent upon the credit worthiness of the particular party or the particular person. And what is there, whatever the credit is provided, it is just an alternate of cash, and after a certain period of time, whatever the amount you have withdrawn with the help of the credit card, that is to be repaid to the bank along with some interest. Now, it is just also just like the ATM card, or we can say debit card. It is also a plastic card on which the signature of the owner is there, and it also includes the name of the issuing bank and validity up to the period the card is valid. Now, the next one is the National Electronic Fund Transfer, NEFT, and under this the fund is directly transferred from one account to the another account. and it used to provide the lot of convenience to the payer as well and to the acceptor as well. Thereafter, the next one, that is a real time gross settlement, RTGS. So it is a particular system of fund transfer where the money or security transfer from one account to the another account, but on the basis of real time and gross basis. Real time means the transactions are not subjected to wait. That means as soon as transaction will come, it will start processing. And gross settlement means the transaction will be ended one on one basis. That means without piling them up. Thereafter, there are different features of RTGS. For example, it is controlled by RBI and there is no physical exchange of money or securities. Second, RTGS is suitable for the higher denomination transactions because 2 lakh is the minimum amount. Next, the payment is taken as final and irrecoverable. That means whatever the transaction have been done, that doesn't seems to be reversed. The next one, fees of RTGS may vary from bank to bank, but Reserve Bank of India has fixed the upper limit. That means no bank can charge more than this, and any of the bank can charge less of that but not more than that. And the last, to use RTGS, the banks must use the core banking, and under the core banking a 11 digit number is provided to the bank. Now the next one, that is the ATM that we generally use, that is the automated teller machine. Who is teller? Teller is a particular person who accepts deposit in the bank and make the payment in the bank is a particular person known as teller. So the ATM is a mechanical and automatic teller which used to do work 24 into 7 without any if and but, without any rest, and even at the half of the cost of the human tellers. And the last one, that is the e-cash or the digital cash, that is the one of the most trendy concept in the context of the digital banking or the e-banking. It is a new concept of online payment system, and under this, e-cash is used over the internet, email, personal computer or mobile. The digital cash work is similar to that of the electronic fund transfer between two banks. It is just same like that. The user must have an e-cash software such as Paytm, Bheem, UPI. All these are the, what are these? E-cash software programs, and an e-cash account from where the cash can be withdrawal or cash can be, or the money can be deposited. So this is all about today, dear students. Today we have discussed about the different services of the e-banking such as debit card, credit card, NEFT, RTGS, ATM, and e-cash, we can say digital cash. So this is all about today. God bless you all. Lots of love.